Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Christo. This is Songs of Six, and we, yet again, find ourselves in that classic situation. We are short on paper. I'm pretty sure all our paper makers are fully cranking. So we need, it claims we don't need a huge amount more, but the new edition of schools will probably make something of a difference. But let's add a truly stupendous paper maker here now. You know, I've had enough of dealing with paper. We are going to build such a monumental paper manufacture area that means I don't have to deal with it for a long time. Now, how much of this is actually necessary? We can take some chunks out. Let's do it on all three at once. Yes, which reveals that I can't take that bigger chunk out. In fact, we may not be able to take any chunks out. Alright, let's just live with that. That's fine. So, storage, first off, down here, bottom right. Nice, big internal storage. And then it's workbench city, baby. And let's see, we'll be able to get enough auxiliaries down the sides of these things. I hope that we will. Let's try now, so that I can know ahead of time whether I am making a mistake. I think I am, though. Yeah, it's looking pretty promising. Chunk, chunk, chunk. Nice. Over 100%, but we need to be a bit over 100% because obviously we've already gone all the way along the bottom. These things. Not dipping, though. Still 100% efficiency. Nice. Well, we'll put some in just to keep up appearances, I think. So the room looks pleasingly consistent. Alright, and then doors. Oh, I definitely shouldn't design like this. I'll take out one of these houses, I guess. Jinx this road along a bit. Doesn't have to be, you know, strictly, what do you call it? Doesn't have to be strictly rectangular or strictly kind of grid-based, our road system. Let's cut that one out. Remove that. Alright, new road. And we probably do want to... Oh, we've got quite a lot of housing over here, but there'll be lots of people working here, so I think it's worth building some new housing for them. People can come up from below, and there's a narrow road here, so there'll be quite a lot of making way will be done there, which slows people down a bit, but very doable. Okie doke. How is our food situation now? Yeah, absolutely bumping. With all those new imports. The fact that people are eating other things is going to reduce our reliance on having to eat bread. Are we importing fruit yet? I don't think we are. Should import some. Keep that in mind as the next thing that we want to import. Ah, I did not mean to take away your wall. Sorry about that, sir. We'll have the ones who just imagine them just showing up and smashing a hole inside. Oh, sorry about that. We'll have that replaced in no time. Yeah, here for the junction we can double up a bit. Oh, not like that though. Chunk. There. These not equidistant. They weren't. Yuck. We'll go like that. And then like that. And then at the top here, of course, it's more housing. So that we can fit all of the workers in this new paper industry up here in. We might need to start delivering services up in the north. They're so far away. Like this food store. It doesn't really reach all the way up there. Okay, that's kind of fun though. So we're going to have because the services industry here, we're going to need to start a new services sector up here. To that end, we probably want to move this, we're going to move these crypts, and then we'll make like a new fully dwarven underground services bit just here. but yeah, maybe backing onto it there. Be good. And connected in by road, of course. Never did connect this one by road, huh? That's my bad. There we go. Good. So how's the school going? Looking, yeah, workload. Yeah, still not 100% on these. No available services. Those tutors need to be getting busy. There's plenty of food here, though. Insufficient workers available because I have so many Dundorians at school still. Yeah, also out of Cretonians, though. The problem is because they're growing up, basically. How old are some of my Cretonian kids? The Master of the Forge. Oh, yeah, right. We were down a guy. Master of Industry. Who should be a human. Just trying to click until I grab someone. Master of Industry. Back in the role, please. Is Papermaker done? Yes. Oh, that's why we're suddenly short on Dundorians. We just added 200 Papermakers. I think this is the largest single influx of people we've ever had. Pretty cool. Especially cool that they're still staying super happy. But we'll see how they go on services. Alright, and obviously this thing eats wood. So we'll need to keep an eye on whether that sustains. Alright, new crypt here. Yeah, so a new services area. Maybe it should be here, actually. So it can stay with the whole kind of outside services, inside industries thing. And then we may end up moving the woodworkers up here to create space for it. Let's do that, actually. Let's create a new services sector here. Try and cater to some of this northern area. And it's going to involve a lot of copying stuff over, for sure. That's really noisy, though. Don't want to build it too close to the noise. It's meant to be an area they go to for pleasure. Oh, no, hang on. This is for Dundorians. They like noise. Never mind. Is that market really handling this amount of load? No, I didn't think so. Let's throw down another market here. Or two, maybe. Because that's not gonna be sufficient. And then 3 up here. It's gonna need a warehouse, of course. Wouldn't need to be that big, the warehouse. Maybe let's put it down here. Where there's already a kind of space. Good. And then make this out of cut stone naturally. Right, yes. Not much of a warehouse without any crates in it. There we go. And yes, you can have a door straight into the pub. Okay, and a shrine. In fact, you know what? Yeah. The shrine can be underground. We're going to use this whole area. Including this area, probably. So I'm going to unseat this lot. But we do need that wall back. What is that? Stone ceiling? No, no. Refill that cave. Okay. How's wood doing? Paper's still struggling. Luminac. Because the workload here is 0%. Because internal storage is full. This place is auto-employing, isn't it? Yes, but it's fetch range. Well, it didn't already include this bottom bit. But they're at 100%. Ah, right. They're short of workers still. A few more Dundorians, please. Nice. How's their education coming, by the way? Still 362 of them. All the new guys arriving are probably terribly educated. They haven't had the opportunity to listen to the good word of my my speakers. Speaking of which, let's have this little section. less the torch duplicated up here in my new area. And yes, you can walk straight down the middle of it. So. Good. And then we do want some torches. Keep the area very nicely lit. Shrine needs upgrading, of course. As will the well. And a hearth. Huge hearth. Just south of the... whatchamacallit? The market. Road the whole area. And maybe some statues. So everyone remembers the glory of their city. Nice. Okay. Statue should be good. I've trapped someone. Right. You idiots. Cut a cave opening for you. Let them out. The morons need rescuing, apparently. Okay. Now, what else could I add to this new little services sector? These are all upgraded, yes. Yes. The well is being built upgraded. The hearth is not. Load on the hearth is already 100. Alright, I guess we need another one. Cut this down. Do side-by-side hearths. That seems fine by me. Keep the whole area lit. Oh, look at that. Torches between the statues. I love it. Okay, now the warehouse. This is Dwarf. I don't know, North River Services or something. Should hold all the food that dwarves like. And tools and clothes. Furniture and wood for the hearth. I think that's it. Good. And it can just auto-employ and fetch it down from here. Should have all of those things here, right? Except mushrooms. You should have mushrooms. But you're full, so don't worry about it. Okay, what's full here that I could be exporting? I am trying to export grain, but it looks like we're not exporting it fast enough. What's piling up here? Vegetables, meat, coal. Those all do go in here, right? Yeah, vegetables, meat, and coal. Okay. Well, we can certainly export some of them. Export from here. Vegetables. When it is 90% full. You can auto-employ yourself. So you're taking 6 people to export just grain. Maybe that's not worth it, just from a manpower perspective. I'm not sure that it is. But it seems so wasteful to you know, tax the stuff and then not sell it. I think we will look into putting more arms manufacturing down here at some point, but we really don't seem to need it, do we? I mean, I certainly don't feel like I need it. You can be upgraded, at which point you can be built. And then we're going towards 2,500. Very nice. You just happily making your fish? Yep. Tentatively handing over 1.2 thousand fish. Don't feel too inadequate, Almevans, but they're making like 8 times as many as you ever were. So from here, start selling fish when we're basically full. You start selling meat when we're basically full. What else did I say? Coal. You start selling coal when we're basically full. Nice. So the money should come rolling in. How much money are we making from taxes versus trade? Oh god, like an inconsequential amount from tax? Sorry, from trade. Let's see if that changes with these new exports, and if it doesn't, I'm going to scrap all these export depots and just say, it's fine, we have enough money. I'd rather focus my population on doing more productive stuff than this. Because it doesn't feel like we need it. So our human education should still be keeping at a 99. Yeah. Meanwhile, our Dundorians, it really doesn't feel like it's increasing quickly, does it? I could set the limit higher and we'd have more of them learning right now, but you know what? Yeah, our people are really happy. Let in like a lot more Dondorians, and let's see how many we can actually sustain happily here. We do need more Talapi housing and Dondorian housing, which I will work on. Don't want to go too close to the noise-making stuff. If I weren't... Yeah, let's do that, but without the torch. And then do it again. Maybe we actually start... Yeah, okay. Ah, no, I'm using this area. This is all the chopping, isn't it? They don't like noise. It's also degraded a bit up here, I've just noticed. I'll look into that in a moment. This should be enough more housing for now. Now we need all that Dondorian housing. But we have... Sorry, I keep knocking my escape key off. We have some pre-planned space for that. So let's slot that in. Good. Maybe I leave a bigger gap here so that I can have this horizontal one. And then this is maybe the edge for now. So we slap down a seriously wide housing block there. And then we fix that up. And I can use this, print it down the hallway. Good. And then this area is looking a little, you know, there's some spare space, obviously. So we could put some services in here, like really some little microservices. Like, you know, a little physician. But no, because of the doorways, they're not going to fit. So we'll just do decorations. Some huge pillars. Make the people live here feel special. But I want it to be symmetrical. And then we will road up these areas, including all the doorways. I'd like it if a house just took the road of the space outside the doorway. That would be convenient. This will all need designated upgrading, but we'll let it finish building before we worry about that. Meanwhile, I need this space. So if we could yoink some of that, that would be good. Okay. And the second one here needs upgrading. God, and it's really still already 100% load on that, huh? Let's put a hearth in the heart here, and maybe another, like over here. Maybe we just need to farm more hearths than we realize. That's fine. They don't have to always be, you know, in the centers of industry. Or centers of, you know, leisure. Okay. Up some more doors lacking roads, I see. Keep an eye out for those. New temple built? Yes, good. This one, we're closing these two down. Well, at least this one. Surely I have enough paper now. God, yeah, but the workload is terrible because of the stalled internal thing. So I think I will put a new warehouse here. Whose part of their job is just to drain this thing's paper production. This one still has wood. Oh my god, the sanded paper has reached 100% workload again. There's no way. That's crazy. That's actually pretty crazy. So we need even more paper transports. That's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. But it is the case. So here's 5 more. Okay, so has the trade picked up? We made 1/4 of our money from trade. And how many people do I have working in export depots? 39. 40 employees for... it's a fair amount of money we're getting from it. 90k a day. Yeah, okay. We'll keep doing it then. Is there anything else I'm not exporting that I should be? Cotton? I don't think I'm exporting cotton yet. Cool. Now, obviously, we'd make more money if we strictly attempted to only export stuff that was, you know, secondary industry. But we need it. So we have leather up here now in ample quantity. So the leather tailor, which is somewhere around here. There it is. Can crank its employee count. Any other tailors that I might not have fully put up? Then we have the extra tech as well. Let's use some tech to help our sewing issues. It's expensive. But there you go. All the way upgraded now. Nice. Any other tech I'd like? I mean, I'd always like more spoilage tech, of course. Yeah, give me the final bits of brewing. We, Oh, who have I trapped? You? How did you manage to get trapped? I probably copied it wrong somehow. But yeah, I copied the doors into the wrong end of the house. There we go. Alright. Designate these out. And house upgrade them. Speaking of, about to spend a lot of cut stone. Can't believe we haven't capped out on cut stone, by the way. Kind of crazy. Designate. This is Dundorian housing. Non-Dundorians need not apply. A little bit of homelessness in Cretonia. And still some homeless Almevans up here. Okay. Well, we could extend this one a bit. Guess we'll do that. And that. We shouldn't really be having any more Almevans. Sorry, Talapis moving into the city in the foreseeable future. Oh, that removes the door, doesn't it? Gotta let them finish building the door before you build the pathway in the door. These didn't work. So just tear them down and then I can rebuild them. Copy this. Sorry, copy this. Put the doors at the right end. There we go. That should work. And then remove these corners. And fill them with flowers. All my little roundness corners get flowers. So they're not only round, but beautiful as well. Good. That'll do. Alright, why are Dundorians moving in here? This is uneven. Oh, that's probably why we had a shortage here to begin with. Dundorians should be living down here. Temperature is rising. Bountiful harvest. 20 people died? From the cold. Wow. I thought we had enough clothes to avoid that. We are a little short on clothes. Oh yeah, of course, that's why I was just I was just trying to solve that. Did I not give you guys a hearth? I did. It's at 100% load though. So you need another one then. Put one down in the well, let's put 2 down in the Dundorian area. And then you guys have a big hearth, right? Yeah, it's 100% load though? Yeah, okay, I seem to have really neglected my fireplace duties. You at 100% load too? No, good. Okay. So populations, yeah, still below where they should be. Insects should be at 350, but I guess, you know, it takes time for these things to stabilize. Alright, you got enough paper now? Right, you need your extra employee back, looks like. Why can't I auto-employ on these? So they get 0.6 a day while they're kids. So humans, for example, with their 80 days, are going to come out the gate with 48 knowledge. They're going to actually enter the workforce at 48 knowledge. So that, you know, dramatically cuts down the amount of time they need to spend in university. Nice. Got free Dundorians. We have a lot of free Dundorians. Education must have risen. Has a tiny bit. Take it up to 19. In fact, if we can actually... Yeah, let's bite the bullet. Dundorians, I want you educated. And I'll let more in if I have to. Don't think I do have to. Good. We're short on... Yeah, we're short on lots of things. The breeding... I mean, it is good because you get the schools going, but... I think maybe next game I play, I'm going to start with it much earlier. Because it feels like it means you have to make much longer term decisions. You have to kind of account for the fact that your immigration-based city is going to suddenly stop kind of functioning properly for a little while when you enable it. So the earlier you enable it, the easier that'll be. I think. Alright. We are looking good on everything except clothes, basically. Not looking amazing on furniture either. So let's sort clothes, and then I think it's temple time. What industries don't I have up here, by the way? I didn't put any restaurants up there yet. These northern dwarves. They deserve restaurants. Let's put a couple of those in. Treating them like ploppables. Right, cut that. What else? They have the pubs, obviously. They don't have a physician. Yeah, physician would be good. How would I fit that? What is it under? Afterlife? No. Administration? Refining? Health. Of course it'll be health. There we go. Okay. Let's put it like this and we'll just remove that. Good. Door top bottom. Get them some treatment options. And then am I going to be able to fit enough shelves in here? All signs point to no. Unless I can put it in here? No. Not a very walkable interior. I will grant you that. But we did manage to get to 100%, so I'm happy. Got that out of cutstone. Good. Dondorian's still super loyal? Yeah, but down to 87% happiness, so it's good that we're making these changes. Their environment has gone down. Corpses. You've been encountering corpses? That's not good. Maybe we should add a graveyard up here in the elfish area near the cannibalistic elves. What could go wrong? think I will. Because maybe some people prefer not to go to crypts. Because there's plenty of available slots in the crypts. But clearly they didn't go to them. Right. New paper transports. What is this? Paper 3? Oh, is it because this is full? No, it's not full. Planet paper 3. And also Senate paper 4. It's kind of crazy how difficult the logistics get. Like, you need to really put a lot of people into it. Senate paper 4. Okay, so speaking of corpses, are they murder victims? Is there enough lore in these parts? It looks like there is, to be honest. It looks like the guards have access basically everywhere. Is our arrest rate risen? Yes, from 25 to 38. There's still a long way to go. I guess we should just keep cranking guard posts, basically. Like, just everywhere. Guards to defend the throne. Guards to manage rowdiness in the new northern area. To make it something that can fit. There's already a guard post like right there. Guards to watch the tombs. There's one here, but this is a bigger one. This area is not hugely guarded. Fit that in there. See how that goes. See if that makes much difference. So still got 3 Dundorians, which is good. Didn't really do much here. We should, let's put some basic services here. I want to copy this. Oh, I think we'll just build it again. That's fine. Let's get a big well. I've learnt my lesson on hearths. Part of the dropping happiness from the Dundorians is probably all those who've gone to university and they're a bit further away from. Where the heck is hearths? Afterlife, religion, distribution. I've completely forgotten. Oh, hang on, I know it. I've got a shortcut for it. Alt H. There we go. Maybe. Yeah. So it's because they're all here, and we were planning on building like a specific university services section. So by making good on that, I think we will preserve their happiness a bit. I want something that fits naturally, so let's put that there. And then maybe another one at the opposite end. Fitted. Good. And this place, of course, deserves to be a plaza. We'll light it. Your taxes are due. People keep concluding I'm their subject. I do not know why. Okay, let me click on the hearth. There we go. Get them both nice and upgraded. Got the loan on those already, 100%. It's crazy. These people need so many hearths. It's probably partly because there's that heat wave ongoing, but still. What else could we put here? Stage? Yeah, an amateur dramatic society for the students. Of course. With benches for spectators. Extend the plaza just a bit. And road the rest of it. The guards should be connected by road so they can move quickly to deal with any student louts. Good. And this is upgraded. Can't upgrade guard posts. Stage will need upgrading. Still not looking great on fruit. I don't think we ever got fruit taxes going, did we? No. Let's see. You're making okay fruit. Anywhere that I could get it? Yeah, here's good. We'll tone down the grain. I assume fruit farm makes 50, fruit orchard makes what? Hang on. 75, yeah. 300 fruit from that. Good, as long as the grain situation is still fine. I think it's yeah, grain's looking okay still. Good. That's more than doubling the amount of fruit we have coming in. That's all upgraded. What's missing? A temple. Okay. Sorry, a shrine, I mean. I want to face this the right way. It's not quite... There we go, that fits. It's there and there. This unnecessary road. There we go. Good, okay. So, clothes. Clothes. What do we need to make clothes? Just fabric, right? Which we are getting to central logistics already. So I could do it here. Potentially, because here is where it's being distributed from. So sure, let's do a decisive resolving of that. Tailor City. And then we're going to need probably more than just a middle. Yeah. I think we can do this. Can I just fit a workbench in there? I cannot. We'll do this. Big storage up north. Why can't I put it there? I'll put it like that, and then we can have doors on two sides. Nice. Alright, we're probably going to have to ramp up the amount of fabric production to match. But we have cotton being produced in this area, so I can do that easily. Alright, so then I created this bit for the auxiliaries. 80%, 96%, 98%, 100. Great. Doors there. Here. Good. Build it. Now, how much cloth do we use these days per tailor? I can probably do this in my head, but 183 divided by 12. 183 divided by 12. 15 per person. And how many did I go with? 60? 60 times 15 is 900. So we need 900 cloth, which is made by 225 divided by 18. 900 divided by 12.5. 72. 72 weavers. Which we'll put here. And I think we will block out several rows with them. But allow the torch to keep its place. Okay. Now how much space do I need? That many weavers. What did I say? 72? Pretty sure I said 72. So we'll go slightly over the top. Just slightly though. 84. Left this nice space for storage. Like that. Get some good access. Cut the line. Ah, don't need this. Good. Probably expand back out here a bit then. Yep. Won't need it to be this big. Get those auxiliary looms in. Slightly easier if I do this. Although Maybe I can do it. No, we're going to need to do it with big looms. Okay, could cut off the bottom here. Let's see, 85. 92. Yeah, we're making it. Nice. 100. Slightly funky shaped room, but that's not a problem. We just created about an extra 200 Dwarven jobs. So let them come. And then, oh yes, the big housing copy. Oh, I made that road a little narrow, but we can live with it. Bang. And then copy. Wait, what have I done? Oh, these roads clipped in here, didn't they? Stop, stop, stop. Remove all that. Good. Now you need an upgrade. You're not going to use leather. It is worse to use leather, right? Yeah. You make more. More per person if you don't. Now we're going to want a warehouse right here. With plenty of door access, which is going to hold both the input and the output for this industry here. Fill the doors. Good. Yeah, I forgot that I messed up these paths a little. We'll just copy it like this. And then make sure we intentionally leave enough room. There we go. And then, yeah, housing should still deserve the three wide roads, I think. Then I can copy it from here. We only have a 2 wide there now, though. That's okay. 100 people in our weavers, excellent. Chunk, chunk, chunk. Nice, and then each street can have one of those. Good, and then I accidentally put, I mean not accidentally, but because I knew I was doing it, but didn't intend for it to stick around, I guess is one way of putting it. Did that there, okay. Bunch of extra housing. And then let's also connect this up this way. Good. Some big torches as well, maybe. Some statues. Since we have the space. Not in a doorway, though. Good. Okay. Weaver gets the upgrades. This is clothes. Clothes south. It pulls from here. It's cotton. Fabric. And clothes. A bit less cotton. Bit more clothes. Good. Then these guys obviously just dump their clothes straight in here, at which point transport pops them back over here. Good. In fact, we should probably have a transport carrying the cloth over. Sorry, the fabric over. Fabric. Sorry, clothes. South. Fabric. Are we stupendously rich again? We are. Need to work on that. You don't take fabric. Just take the cotton from over there. Yeah, good. Okay, lots of fabric. Weavery's cranking out 1,000. This is trying to consume more than this is actually trying to produce. Interesting. Must have done my maths slightly wrong. Well, we don't need this many clothes anyway. Or, but you know what? We have tech. I didn't quite max out my sewing, did I? Let's max that out. See what that gets us up to. Or in fact, is that after the change already? I think it is. Alright, that'll do. Dundorians, got any odd jobbers still? Yeah, good. Okay, University District has got a lot more housing available to it as well. Good. Could increase the size of the university as well, if we wanted to. But I think it's temple time, at long last. That should stem the clothing issue quite decisively. We could give people more clothes even. You know what? Yeah, Talapis, you've been whinging for ages. Have more clothes. We have lots of it. You're not happy about your shrine access. It's probably those of you that are Shamalors. But we'll see what we can do about converting you all to Arthurians. And we can do away with these heathen shrines that we're being forced to have. Okay, but right now we've got a lot of money. So, oh yeah, and we spied on these guys. Tell me about their army. 237 men. Let's give them a go. Where are you going? Oh, you're leaving from this port. Okay. Thought you were going to go through here, but that's fine. Works for me. So who do I neighbour down here? Anyone small? No, there's this other freelance thing that we could take. You would be a nice acquisition. But you're 48 million. And that's after making you really like us. So, if we offered you all our money and all our gems, we only got 1.6 million of gems, huh? I don't think I have anything else that's really sufficiently expensive. No. My army, by the way, is basically unarmored. No, they got loads of swords, but no armor. That's curious. That implies I've made some kind of mistake. You, armor, fetching. So you have no swords and you have some armor. You have a worker. You're pulling from here. Pull limit. Only when storage exceeds the limit of 0. Fetch if the current storage is less than 100%. So it does not have any crates of the resources. Okay, it actually doesn't right now. So, is the error with you? No, you are correctly transporting. Is our production of armor just much lower? It is actually quite a bit lower. Alright, well let's try and work on that a bit. A couple of new smithies. Maybe down here. Big ones. I would like to be able to actually arm my troops better. If possible. This and then... didn't quite make it such that I could fit these in. Okay, we'll have to cut here. Instead. Okay, there we go. Want to preserve walkability if we can. An extra 26. And there's our 100% efficiency. Good. And then let's put roads in the doors before I copy it. Okay. Now I'd like a few of these, but I am going to put them quite compact. This. And then we will pave this, because this is the edge of town here, so... Pave all this. Okay. Now, is this load at 100%? It is. Give me more of this so it looks less out of place. Road me down here. Okay, now we don't have nearly enough housing in the south, I'm realizing. So, cut a swathe through this mountain for me. And we will fix that. But while we're at it, the other way we can fix it. Doing some serious house upgrading. Yeah, any others I've missed? Doesn't look like it. We were out of admin again, weren't we? Yeah. Let's do another admin building. Mirrored onto it. Works for me. This one's not as wide, the North Road. Which means the torches should be a bit different too. There we go. Good. What to put in the middle? Well, you can probably guess. These hearths are all at 100% load. We need more hearths. Gloriously in front of the statues. Seems fun. The end of each loo block. You know, you might find yourself getting a little chilly on the privy. You go and you hit up your local hearth. We'll put one here. Also like some other of the basic amenities in this area here. What else? Speaker. Maybe a guard post. Keep the administrators loyal. Not that that's a mechanic, but you know, thematically it makes sense. And then just road up the whole section. Maybe even put some trees in. Keep the place feeling light and airy and lit. Good. Might as well fill this in. Good. Okay, that should help with our administration needs. Clothes are looking good again. And our new smithies are coming in nicely. Okay, you make me armor. Oh, that's right, you make twice as much tools as armor, don't you? I forgot. And you make me armor, and the other one can make weapons. We are going to gear up our squads. I'm going to increase their size too. Speaking of gearing up, we should increase our army size a bit. Because our security is looking dire. The whole dealing with security thing really doesn't seem like it scales very well. Like divisions being limited to 150 and stuff. But hopefully this will be enough, and then soon enough we'll be able to sell all this. And if we get raided again, they take my stuff. We get raided and they take my stuff. It really doesn't matter much. So workload here is low. Why is workload low? I think it's probably just hasn't recalculated yet, because the input buffer is not high. I was making tools and then it would have been a problem, but because these taking the armor and arms should whisk stuff away pretty quickly. Now, yeah, hearths. All new hearths need an upgrade. Built quite a lot of them lately. I'll check wells as well. Haha. And then anything else in this area that I built need an upgrade? I don't think so. Okay. Good. There's plenty of services still for acting. But yeah, just growing the size of our army. Alright, army's here. Let's give it a go. We have 200 men. We can actually assault and win. Okay, let's do it. All mine. Yoink. Oh, what was that? We control a haven? An Argonosh haven. Cool. How do they work again? You have to have at least 60% Shamolorism, and you have to have 50% Dread. You can't have any Argonosh slaves. Well, yeah, we're not going to do that because it's not the religion that we want, but still, it's cool. Are you going to automatically replenish? You are. Cool. Alright, so new town. You know the drill. Ooh, big place. Nice. Going up to 2,400. You can give me... maybe a high-level school, or... Yeah, the proximity is definitely bugged. But what are you going to do? Maybe a global tax thing? Oh, sorry, a local tax thing? You know what? No, give me Sithlon. We can cheer the dwarves up with a bunch of Sithlon. It's not got good access to it, but there's nothing else I really need from it right now, so... So conscript force, once you're fortified, you should get sent a bunch of armor, which will be good. You, by the way, are a weapons manufacturer. Okay, 100% workload. Yeah, here we go. Do you want money off me? It's funny that they're not taking money, but yeah, you can have all my stuff. Look at that. Ooh, massive quantity of value just given up, but it's fine. We'll get it all back. 12 demands, or there'll be consequences. Nope. I doubt it. I doubt it. We are short on armor after I built all of those new guard posts. Easily fixed. Oh yeah, Dundorian's suddenly less happy with us. Our decline in riches maybe had an impact there. Up to 18.6%. Nice. 100% employed. Right, because of the all the Dundorians that we're training right now. Okay, looking at our numbers, they are trending now towards what we're trying to sustain, so that's good. Humans are almost up to 900. Good. Now, what should I be doing? Right, conscript force. They are getting some armor. Good. Alright, we'll wait a bit for that. And then we can send them down here as well. I could also... Let's raise a new army on the capital. These are the defenders. I want to establish... Oh, right. Are you short on workers? No? So why has my admin not gone up? I guess it's just taking a while to hit the target. So we right now have a security of 6.81. If I were to levy a bunch of Dundorians, melee training but no gear. Sorry, those were Garthimris. That's fine too. We have a lot of Garthimris and Dundorians available. If we were to levy a pretty hefty force of 600 Dundorians and 600 Garthimris. Also, we could probably afford a bunch of mercs. How much do these guys cost to maintain? 135 of them. They cost 100,000 to upkeep. Wow, that is a lot. But we could afford it. You could afford a number of mercenaries like that, so maybe we'll look into that. But so I don't know how much these guys are going to require Peaver and supplies worth. Let's see. But I'm also very curious to see if they count as a garrison. Because I would love to not have to have this local garrison. We have a pretty serious shortfall of Dundorians, but once they're into these, once these are trained up, which won't take long because I've set them to have no training, we will be in better shape. Meanwhile, on the world map, You guys fortified up yet? Yeah, look, they've already replenished their losses. Very nice. Alright, march on down here. What was that? Trade. An alliance for 7 million. Does that seem like a good deal? Like, consider AI. If you were offered that deal, would you take it? Ooh, we did just start using a crazy amount of metal. I didn't even think about that. Another big friggin' forge, please. And I will actually leave some space for a vertical road next to it this time. And we'll build in the horizontal as well. Good. Excuse me. Cancel. Ah! Cancel. Remove. Build. Build. Good. So how much are these things using each? 130 metal. This is cranking out 230. So one more of these won't be enough. Let's do some tech then. That's what the tech is for, right? Let's plow quite a few thousand in here. Now all of a sudden, this thing makes 250. Which means still won't be quite enough with this extra one. So maybe I put one in here. The metalworking area is dramatically expanding all of a sudden. Dwarves don't need space. One of their fine characteristics. Army supplies are low and therefore defenders have capitulated. Yeah, we need to look into that. That was the 900 have abandoned it. That was all of them, I think. So I guess, yeah, we need to look into how many we can actually sustain. It's been too long of not having to worry about army supplies at all because we just had the stable equilibrium with our one little thing. Did neglect storage. Whoops. We will shrink one of the furnaces just a touch. Okay. Build these roads. Good. Now, on the world map, are we already reached here, huh? Go ahead and assault. We'll lose some men, but it does literally nothing, as far as I can tell. Losing men just does not matter. Crank the population. Got anything good for me? Not really. I could get eggs if we wanted to. Haven't had any eggs yet. Sure. Give me some eggs. We need to put a loyalty building in here as well. Cool. So that conscript's army. You're trying to eat 4,000 a year right now. And you're trying to eat a bunch of Piva as well. I imagine the problem is that my workshops... No, they're working. Maybe they just didn't send stuff out fast enough for the first wave, but they're not 100% workload. There is plenty of Piva and rations here. Also, I think I have the capacity to, yeah, let's crank the Piva. Which means I need to correspondingly crank the brewing. Okay, now workload's reached 100 on these two. Okay. Master of Refining's died. He was a Garthimri. Definitely need to keep him around. Oh, we've got all this, metalworking scaling going on. But so, the relevant question though, did it add to our security? I think it did. By 1 point, which is not a whole lot. And actually, yeah, we shouldn't do this. Well, no, we shouldn't do this because having an army here means they consume clothes and all that stuff, but they don't do any work. Whereas if we have people in divisions at home, that definitely did reduce the security. Oh, no, I don't think it did, actually. Okay, good. Well, it's irrelevant then. But when we have divisions at home, we at least can have them do work while they are providing us the extra security. Okay. Some human divisions wouldn't go amiss either. But yeah, the main way to get security is just spend our money. So, Oakenstead. Oh, I never made you like me? That was a misstep. Send a bunch of people over, because they are approaching affordable. You are not going to be affordable. How about you? 70 million, huh? That's a lot. Let's start working on trying to cheer them up. You want to trade? Want to become colleagues? Let's spend a bunch of our money just buying, buying relationships. You remember when I said we definitely wouldn't spend 8 million to become someone's ally? I was wrong. Want to ally with me? 20 million. Trade, much more reasonable. Plus, this will let us make more money from trade, which is good. Barracks, we're already allies with you, aren't we? No, we're not allies. We're just colleagues. Okay. And so, a new chap we found over here. Hello. Ah, we can't talk to them yet. Interesting. That's odd. Plenty of admin. That's good. Oh, I got a... When did I get this province? That's funny. It's way down here. Move all this stuff. And I haven't forgotten, by the way, temple. It's still on the list. So yeah, grain, we're not crazy over the top on grain production right now. So let's do this. Pretty high. This is not actually the best place for grain, though. Wood and cotton and stuff, so let's just do Sithlon. We go all the way up here. Get to 1.7. Not good enough. Do that, and then tax them. But the population's going to rise, the happiness will drop. We'll actually come off there for a bit. Okay. What are we up to? How many regions? 16. Cool. The shame that the kind of blobbing, anti-blobbing mechanics appear to be entirely bugged in this patch. Let's check something. 7.46. Pause the game. Invest in a couple of military techs. 7.63. Okay, so I think it is worth doing this. Even though it costs a bunch of our knowledge. Oh, sorry, it was deterrence that we needed, wasn't it? Did that change it again? 7.88, yeah, but not as much as this will. Why did I get rid of my deterrence? Is it because I got rid of all of my drilling tech? That'll be what it was. Darn it. Alright, well, these are yeah, not worth it compared to deterrence, because deterrence is how we solve this problem. Yeah. Yep, that's my bad. Okay, good. Well, that means we don't need to keep dealing with this problem nearly as much. Scrap these new divisions. We don't need them, as it turns out. Which means I can stop having this workforce shortage. We still short on humans? Yeah, a bit. So one thing I could do is try and add a little bit more breeding capacity. But Let's see what happens when it settles at 900. Yeah, plenty of people living down here. Bunch of house upgrading to be done. Let's cut that. Fill in the gaps. Good. Okay, and yeah, clothes situation is still solved. Metal is still a problem. Ah, northern one not upgraded. Won't be helping. Costs metal to upgrade, naturally. Got 69 lunatics, huh? Time for another couple of lunatic asylums then. Can plop them down here. Seems fine. Gonna need to stick a wall on here though. Otherwise I was gonna say inmates. Those receiving treatment might cause problems. A little bit of Gretonian housing issues. Not that easy to solve. Piggerton is kind of full, but they're plenty happy anyway, and we're not planning on increasing our number of piggy boys, so that's okay. So Peaver supply, still quite a lot of it going to armies. Nowhere else for my armies to conquer, unless we want to actually go to war with one of these big places, which I have to imagine we do not. Improve relations with you yet? How you feeling? You're still pretty annoyed. I'll take a trade deal though. How about a collaborator deal? How about an alliance? Suddenly, I'll be trending up to being much happier. And with a 32 million current buyout price, I think we have our next contender. Slightly short on tech, so yeah, I will forget all but one level of drilling, making sure that we keep the rest. Okay, so temple is the next step. And where do we put it? How big does it need to be? Don't know. Let's I think here seems good, right? Right by the fighting arena and the brothel. Yeah, I think this is a good spot for it, honestly. Or maybe we put it across the river. No, I need the logistics space. Maybe here? Yeah, just by the throne. That seems good. Move this other throne over here. Speaking of services, though, how are you doing on stuff? You'd like more restaurants, but it wouldn't make you that happy. And you'd like more massage parlors. You need quite a lot more loos, and that would make a relatively big difference. Okay, we can do that. Start plopping some loos into a few of the new districts we've been building. For the Dundorians, it's doable. Very doable. Good. Hopefully that should relieve some pressure. And then we can work on... sorry, that was gross. And then we'll work on building down here. Could be a road across there. Cut this bit of it. Okay, so... a temple. Now this will involve sacrifice. Ooh, we are out of ore with all of this new stone, all this new metal work stuff. I haven't noticed anywhere that's good at giving us ore. You know what, you on the gems though? Cut it out. Go Sithlon instead. And sure, drink a bit more if it'll help. Where's ore? Here. No, you got one. Is it you that have it? Where is that? Which one is that in? This one. And yet you still have times 8. Okay. Well, let's stop taking the Sithlon here. We'll take it elsewhere. Give me the ore. How much can you give me? 300? It's not enough. Some down here. Put it all in ore. There's 400. And we don't need those eggs. Right now, ore is the priority. But the top off, you can use eggs. Right, that should give us enough. Now we just need to make sure it's being transported. I don't know how many transports I'm going to need for 1,000 ore, but it's going to be more than we had per slot there. So let's start putting some big things in here. I should also check, are any of these at 100% workload? Close, but no. Because if they're 100% workload, that means, you know, there's not enough of them. Looks okay. Alright, I'm just going to fix this ore situation before we move towards building the temple. Although, well, yeah, let's just do that. It won't take long. Okie doke. Come on then. Get it done. Good. The new asylums are doing good work. Helping their patients. And should see loo access spiking. Spiking is a bit strong, but it's rising. Okay. It takes a surprisingly long time to build transports, I've always felt. From here to here, or this is central metal or autoplay. And we're still short Dundorians. Just give me another 100. Hungry people. That's the new arrivals. Fair enough. Give me your hungry masses. Your hungry and huddled masses. Okay, so the other thing we could do for ore, obviously, is scale up mining here. If we have any Garthimri spare. We do have some, and we will be going up to more, so it's fine. Okay, so we have ore now. Our Sithlon. What happened to my Sithlon? Battle spoil. We lost Sithlon because we won a battle. Curious. Curious is what I call that. Alright, you are... Why can't I do this? The population here is minuscule. It's not that small. Fish a lot less. Grow a lot more. Get up to 400. Which is enough for the next level. Meanwhile, I think there's still plenty of fish. You can upgrade. I'm going to spend all that extra workforce on Sithlon. Although a 50% boost for 10 workforce here would also be very nice. Why am I focusing Sithlon? Because I believe... Ooh, not a small city here. Because I believe the temple requires it. Boom. It's another 15. Like the windmill, ideally. Couldn't quite make that work. About this. Yeah. City requires what? Precisely what we've got. So if I went one level down, it would half it. Yeah, it's really not worth... It's not worth going for the windmill, I don't think. I mean, 50% seems like such a big bonus, but the higher and higher levels of stuff are just so good. Yeah, we'll just go with that. And then for extra, use more mushrooms. You... Nothing doing. You can be upgraded. We have plenty of coal. So just give me what Sithlon you can. Now it's probably worth putting a windmill in here. 5 goes to 3. But back up to 4 and we get a bunch more coal. Yeah. So that's when it makes sense. When you're mining more than one thing. Makes sense to me. Hey buddy. Want to be bought? Not quite. Right, Sithlon income up to 30. Any more little bits of Sithlon I can squeeze out of these places? Well, we're overdoing it on a number of things, like cotton. Yeah, we're overdoing. We could get 900 less cotton. And vegetables, we could get, I mean, a lot less vegetables. So sure. Cut back, ramp up, cut back. Good. What do I need to get to this next one? 15. Leave it like that for now. Bring these to 3 if that fits neatly, which it does. Good. Still getting, yeah, 800 of the veg, which is fine, and tons of cotton still. Okay. Any more or any more? I don't think so. And we are actually consuming. Yeah, I mean it's working. The taxes are covering it, but yeah, metal still not looking superb, but enough that I can upgrade this now. Once we get the second upgrade on there, I think we'll be sitting pretty. Meanwhile, I could get more smithing techs as well, couldn't I? Where are they? There they are. Oh, I think I already... There's no direct smithing tech upgrades. Oh, there it is. Yes, sorry. We've already cranked it. Okay. Fine. Good. So, is this built and operating? Yeah, at 100% workload though. Is there enough ore here? There it is. Okay, good. So, the temple. A temple of authority. So I've never used these. I'm very curious as to how and kind of also if these work. Because I think they're supposed to convert people as well as giving bonuses. So let's see how that works. But you have to make sacrifices. Yeah, just don't tell me about misery points anymore. So we have an altar, which increases employees and services. And we have decorations. Okay. And that reckons it can cater to 176 people. Okay, we're going to have to build multiple temples. Because we need enough to cater to 5,000. Okay, so we need... They also have to be a certain size. It's interesting. Okay, so altar. Big friggin' altars. All down one side. I'm imagining you can walk around these, so I'm not worrying about the walkability. Then reliefs. Decorations as well. So the decorations are more kind of wall ornamenty. Oh, so you need decoration and grandeur and space. Wow, okay. We're really not going to be able to fit very much in here. This is in order to keep space high. And the decorations count as taking up space. Oh, and torches. Dope. The decorations count as taking up space. Looks like maybe no. Alright, so the bottom bit is all covered in decorations. Need to establish some doorways, by the way. Then with some reliefs. Grandeur is not enough. Does this do decoration? What does grandeur? The sheer size of the room. Okay, right. Well, scrap this then. We need a really big space. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, sorry, Pigerton. Changes coming. You guys are Krator worshippers? Not for long, you aren't. I want to fit it in the middle. .47 by 43, Blumenek. So 44 by 44 is the... Can't you go 45 by 45? Yeah, you can. Okay, let me make it easier for me to visualize where the middle of this thing is. 2 in and then down, 2 in. And then down would be here to here. That's 3 in. It's not square, is it? Alright, let's do that, just so we can see a bit better. It'll be 42 by 42. 46 by 46. That looks about right. Now the maximum size is reached. Go a tiny bit bigger than that. That looks pretty centered, right? I don't think it is quite. Maybe up a tiny bit more. Yeah, that looks a bit better. But we are at the max room size, so... And obviously that's got maxed out grandeur stat. No one likes a cluttered temple. So true. Okay, so how do we actually lay it out? Well, first off, I think maybe cloisters would be cool. So let's investigate that. And then we can have, you know, like little extra vestibules coming off the sides. We also want to make these spaced such that they are efficiently supporting themselves. All right. That looks pretty good to me. And then obviously we'll need to adjust the shape here somewhat. Can that be done with a... I don't think it can. So two cuts like this. It's got 4 below, it's got 5. So then here, yeah, there we go. And then if I expand it like along that line and then out like this, but then maybe include that. Ideally we're only gonna build one of these things, so I think it's worth taking our time. Maybe cut in an entrance way. Yeah, that looks good. So doors there. That looks fun. Now expand it back out a bit. Make it a bit less deep. I mean, obviously we can put other stuff in here. Other services that meet the needs of the temple. Cool. I wish you could copy paste from within this tool. That would be really helpful. Because I think we want to do something very similar on the far side. There we go. And then again down here. That's cool. We're still leaving space for altars in here, right? Yeah. So an altar in each corner could work well. I might as well extend these out. Oh, don't accidentally draw a swastika, Christe. And then we can get this going out a bit more. Right, and then we'll need a cut in to match this one. So that would be here. Go in by 3 until where? Until just below this one. And then by 1 till level here. No, sorry, it was in by slightly more. Then in by 3. There we go. Nice. Now, it doesn't have to be symmetrical, actually. Let's not make it... Let's make it... give it one plane of symmetry. And then... an opening right in the middle. Seems kind of interesting to me. With... yeah, with like a little chamber inside it. But just some nature going on. Like, I'll just leave this to grow trees and stuff. And right in the middle, of course, a little room full of torches. I like that. Okay, now this can expand. This can expand a bit. Okay, so this side of the temple, with a small exception, is now supported. We've got more to build with on this side? Yes, but not much. So let's make the cuts on this side vertical. And again, they come down as far as the center. Make these the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so cut a bit more. Then project that down. Cut it up. Good. Put one less. Expand it out this way. As much as it'll go. Good. And then little cuts in here. Up maybe. Can I not? Oh, there we go. You've got to drag it across, haven't you? Up 10 and then in a bit. Up 10. Then in a bit. Looks good. And then a central one. Maybe another tapering one. Starts out really wide. It's thinner. And thinner. Yeah, it's kind of cool shape, isn't it? Looks kind of like a dude with your head tied sideways, right? With his arms up. Nice. So, some big altars in the wings. Some slightly smaller ones in these bits. And making sure that we're not running out of space. There and there. Maybe an altar behind the central bit as well. So that reckons it can service 100. God, we're gonna need multiple of these things. That's crazy. It's ginormous. Apparently people take a lot of converting. So if we're 5,000 people, can we make this serve? Can I build these here and here? I can. So you don't need to be able to walk. Oh god, space has become an issue already. Oh my goodness me. We're going to have to build 5 of these? Seriously? That is bananas. Because I mean, I can't not build the perfect temple. That would be unthinkable. Align all my altars with torches. That's crazy. 5 of these things? Maybe it badly underestimates how many it can serve. We'll build one first, obviously, and see how that goes. Wait, are they the same? Yeah, they are. Good. Okay, that's all our torches in. So this is just like the... How much Sithlon is this going to cost? A lot. We do have Sithlon coming in at quite a good rate, though. This is the Hall of Reliefs. And torch line this corridor. Maybe, yeah, big burning set of torches all the way around the center. That's cool. And then some more wall decorations. Ooh, yeah, slotted in each side here. That's nice. Alright, and that's enough now. Can I fit even one more altar in? No, I can't. Wait, but can I make it a bit bigger? I can make it bigger, okay. Let's add 3 there. Oh, no, sorry. Let's do it in a way that doesn't mess with it too much. We could add this in. No, I kind of like the arm effect that we've got going on. I just messed up some of my decorations. Put those back. Widen it here a touch, maybe. I've already designed it so well. These places are needed. I could extend it back. No, I can't because it's a max dimension. Alright, I could put 3 on... no, I can't. I did it right first time is the problem. I could extend the central bit a bit. No, I can't. My god. Okay, let's make it work. Oh, no, we can't do that. Right, we can give him bigger feet. And we'll make it work by chopping out some here. How is that not supported? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that still looks good. Is it exactly level with the altar? 1 further higher. Okay, and then chop out along the same line. I'm just trying to fit in 1 more altar. Can go a bit bigger. How much more space have we got? We've actually got quite a bit more to build with. Okay. Let's go in on the hands then. If we're continuing this kind of looking at it like a kind of dude. Level with that decoration. There we go, and then we'll need to obviously cut a bunch. We can do it, yeah, exactly where it was before. Good. Those symmetrical? No, actually, I don't need those 2 as it turns out. Yeah, now it's symmetrical. Good. Do I need that one? I do. Okay, so now can I get in a slightly bigger altar? No. This one? No. This one? Yes. Okay, but 1 more will take it down a lot. Okay, we'll call that good. 1.1 thousand. So I need 5 of these bad boys according to the game. I like that design. I think that looks fun. Looks like a kind of pixelated Pokemon or something. So doorways. Obviously, these are the main entranceways. These kind of nestled in bits. But I think I will also allow easy access. Build it. And now pause. Hang on, aren't there blueprints in this game? I've never used them. I'm pretty sure there are. Yeah, not copy area, but like, yeah, save room blueprint. Must be placed on a room. A room must be selected that can be furnished. Okay, never mind. Let's just copy the whole area. Plop it over here. Remove all of it. Copy it again. Do not accidentally delete it. I want to stand my guy up. There we go. Look at him, he's glorious. Is that centered? 8 by... It is! Glory be. Alright. Cancel all that. Let's get this thing built. And then, of course, fancy plaza roads lead to the entrances. I'm glad that we went with just 1 plane of symmetry. I think this looks really cool. Weird as well, don't get me wrong. Cool, so we're just gonna wait for them to build it. I'm actually gonna pause recording while they build it, because it's the last thing I'm doing in this episode. I'm just gonna do something else while they finish building it. We'll be back in a moment. Hey, there we go, it's finally built. Okay, so that took a little while, and we ran out of jewelry, so I set up a new jeweler to help with that. So look at that, it's glorious. I really quite like that. So, sacrificing, 25%. How well this temple is sacrificing? In order to sacrifice well, the priests have access to 3 courses. It requires 17 sacrifices per day, and it sacrifices Sithlon. Oh, it only sacrifices Sithlon. Okay, I thought it was also going to sacrifice jewelry. That's good. 34 priests, huh? Okay. So that puts the temple respect at 50%. Well, we need to make sure that that is in good order. The Sithlon is right here, so it's close enough, I think. Let's finish up these roads so that it looks nice. And then I think maybe some... Where's the road? Some normal roads flanking it as well. Then do I keep it natural beyond that? Or do I statue it up around the outside? I think I certainly statue it up at the entrances. That looks good. Oh yeah, and remove the guide roads. Don't want those around anymore. Good. Okay, now I would like trees in this inner sanctuary bit. Can you walk over trees? I don't think you can. That's going to annoy me forever. Let's remove this. And then build out trees. I'm going to have to do it like a few at a time. Are you stuck? No, you're biding your time. I like the idea of there being a little forest in here. Oh, you know what? I can just put a door here, can't I? We don't need to worry about it. There we go. These need tending to? Was he just tending to these? Don't need the guide roads in here either. I forget. I'm pretty sure you can't walk over them. Oh, I guess they are going to degrade if I do this. So can you get to that one? Oh, well, let me try and build another one. Can you get to this? Yeah, they can walk over them. Okay, good. So tree it up in here. And then flower it up in these things. I like that idea. It doesn't quite fit. Maybe I could flower it up. These bits. And I need a 4x4 here. There aren't really 4x4 things, so let's do trees. Trees tucked into the corners. Surrounded by a bed of flowers. Okay. And then in the bottom two, similar. 2 big flowers. But also benches for worshippers to come and contemplate the beauty. You can... Ah, no, you can't walk over flower beds. Okay. Alright, don't put one of them in then. Instead, little statues. And in here, I guess we'll duplicate what we're putting in here up here. Remove those guide roads. Remnants. We're up to 100% sacrifice, by the way. Yes. So, does it show up as a net on the Sithlon? It doesn't. Maybe it did. Maybe that was the consumed. Not sure it does show up, but... So this place has loads of available services. And its range seems to have infinite range. Yeah, 17 a day. We really should be able to keep up with 17 a day, right? So we're getting like 30? Yeah, 38. Okay, what else could I put in here? Need some little trees by the doorway. And then the rest of it can be Forest Plaza on one side and Normal Plaza on the other. So if I copy that and then flip it, no, I'm not going to be easily able to copy the interior, because if I do this, yeah, it doesn't fit. Okay, we'll make the top ones different then. Straight row of benches. Did I make these? Oh, these are slightly different shapes. Ah, oh, that's annoying. Oh well. A little flower bed. Still going to stick with Forest Plaza Road and a Plaza Road. And then this reaches all the way to the shore, and my Plaza roads are flanked by normal roads. Thusly. These ones already made it, but they should be flanked. Now I could do with some torches around the edges here, welcoming people in. All of the main entrances. I think that looks really good, to be honest with you. Though I say so myself, I think that looks really cool. The torches inside, I guess people come along and light them. It's not like they kind of try and keep them lit at all times. Okay, so if we look at like all population, they are about 50% happy on temples. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So we'll see how high that goes. The other thing is, oh sorry, this is specifically Dundorians. Everyone is a bit less happy, but you will notice conversion is starting. We're getting a whole bunch of people switching. And we're getting some bonuses. Only 0.02 bonus. Because I just need more? It's got 100 respect. More cantors join you. The Council of Mighty Cantors have decided you are worthy of their assistance. Give them access to your dwelling, and they shall abide to your will and smite those who oppose Arthuri with hammers. What? Well, yeah. How does that work? I thought you needed, I mean, none of them are arriving. So, what does that mean? I don't think so. I think we have to have them within our realm. Oh wait. No, these are Argonash ones. Yeah. Sadly, I think that pop-up is just mistaken. Mighty Cantors are disappointed in how it has devolved, and some of them are leaving the city. Yeah, but none arrived. What are you talking about? Alright, but these guys are absolutely thrilled, and as more and more people convert, more and more of them will be happy with the shrine. Wow, look at that. We're already getting a 0.2 bonus on universities. Maybe it's based on who's, like, people working these jobs having been to the temple recently. I don't know. Well, there's more to be done around the temple. Like, more space that we could use for stuff. It should just be, you know, it should be a third space. A place for people to gather when they want to head to a hearth, or drink deep of Arthuria's gorgeous waters. And then we should road it. Oops. Should road the area. So we're doing these little services sections. I think in the south and north. Sorry, in the southeast and southwest we'll fully up these. Get all of these things upgraded. Nice. Oh yeah, hadn't I noticed something degrading up here? I never looked into it. Yeah, badly. Okay. Where's my janitor? Here he is. You could just double yourself real quick. Maybe triple. Just to keep everything in good nick up there. Alright, the Temple District. What else does it need? Well, we all know that justice stems from Arthuri. So some stocks and scaffolds seems appropriate. And we can actually use a hauler for the first time as well. Which normally I don't like at all, but I kind of like the idea of a hauler out in front, or two haulers, that bring Sithlon to the temple. How's our conversion going? Oh, look at that! They're all converting, which is also going to mean that opposition gets way, way better, which is great. Now it is unfortunate that what happens to... we are going to, not benefit from the bonuses of cratourism in terms of farming, but they seem much weaker. 10% bonuses versus... Oh, okay, versus 5% bonuses, but a 50% university bonus, which is bonkers. Okay, so these haulers pull Sithlon from down here. I want it on display. I want our opulent Sithlon wealth on display outside the temple doors. We are struggling on rations. Interesting. What's changed? Nothing, and yet suddenly there's a negative. Well, I guess we made a bit less, but... Why is this scaffold that colour and that scaffold that colour? That's strange. I wonder why it's doing that. Anyway, down here deserves to be a bit better. Oh, and I have broken this connection of this canal. Oops. Not certain what to do about that. I think I'm going to have to do it. I'm just going to accept that it's a bit inefficient and culvert it up. How far do these go again? I forget. Let's see if that reaches. Look at that temple. I think that's glorious. Yeah, with Sithlon ore out the side. In fact, in the name of symmetry... Oh, I put... No, not... Don't place culverts. Copy that. Let's put some on this side as well. Alright, is that flowing again? No. Needs to be a bit closer. It's okay. How's the conversion going? Oh, look at that. So we're good. So out of this temple so far, we've got 1.8 fulfillment from temple, and we're gonna get like three points of fulfillment for the whole species and the whole empire, and a 50% bonus to how fast these guys get educated at university. That's really good because it's taking a long friggin' time to get these guys educated. We'll probably need to build another university. Like a big, fill this whole space, basically. We want to keep them educated. Well, we should build a big university, get them educated, and then we can remove it again. But look at this thing. Everyone who wants to attend is able to attend. It's got max reach. I imagine people only go very infrequently. How often do you want to go to the temple? Does it worship that it counts as? Or is there a separate... Oh, here we go. Sacrifice. They go every 5th day. That's cool. I really like that. You... Sithlon from here. You... From here. Sithlon. Good. Now these should be going down to 1 employee. I really don't think it's going to take 2 employees to keep these things topped off, but that's okay. All right, I will call it a part there then. Love that temple. I like these little alcoves we built into it. I think they're really fun. Ah, right, not quite done because I forgot about the fact that you can't go in like that with flower beds. Let's put a couple of extra benches in as well. Cool. Maybe some benches to look at the Sith one. Yeah, that's a funny idea. Just gaze at the Sith Lan in wonderment. Nice. And then we will plaza this up. And then edge the roads. Good. And yes, since we are allowing these extra little entrances, we should pave them. Good. Alright, there we go. Temple Quarter. Established. Glorious. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.